EA Sports from the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. We're just about set for a kickoff as we resume action in the second quarter.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. This one taken just inside the 10. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. Derek Carr, over 300 yards through the air with a touchdown pass as well. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Stand 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts that. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
10 yards.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Hodge. Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hodge, and that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Their own 27-yard
The
line.
Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. This defense ain't seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to Niger and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Kansas City.
Tyreek Hill, 73 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. A dangerous return man showing it here.
Staying over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
38-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. That's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd and short.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
He's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Hodge, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, you're Set with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On play action, they'll throw out to his left. And going deep for, and this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2. And here's Edwards-Helaire. They're going to try and run. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. A good-looking return set up here. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Atlanta. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Hodge on the move to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hodge. He'll get this one complete to Davis.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
Tyreek Hill, 47 yards. And the Chiefs take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On 1st and 10, Hodge will drop this underneath to Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
The quarterback taken down and
that right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Hodge. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. First down. Hodge. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Hodge. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 7 yards there and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Off the play fake. Hodge. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in. On the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Throwing after the interception. Hodge. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Hodge. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Operating from the gun. Hodge, and that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Chiefs 59. Falcons 3.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2. And here's Edwards-Helaire. Make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
For first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.